In European Portuguese, just like in English, we use interrogative pronouns and adverbs to make questions. These are the most common. Quando, quando. Onde, onde. Quem, quem. Como, como. Porque, porque. Porquê, porquê. Quanto, quanto. Quanta, quanta. Quantos, quantos. Quantas, quantas. Que, o que, o que. Que. Qual, qual. Quais, quais. Portuguese open-ended questions usually follow this order: question word plus subject plus the verb. In Portuguese, the verb is conjugated directly without an auxiliary verb, and it's very common to drop the subject or even to place it after the verb. Here are some examples. Como é que tu te chamas? Como te chamas? Onde é que ela vai? Onde vai ela? We often add the words é que after the question words when they are not followed by a noun. É que basically translates to is it that? This pair of words is technically optional as it doesn't change the meaning of questions. However, it makes them sound more natural. As there are not consistent rules for when it can be left out, excluding it can make certain sentences sound a bit strange. Let's take a look at some examples and tips on how to use each of these question words. In the next examples, the words é que are omitted for simplicity. Quando is used to ask about time or dates. Quando é a aula? Quando fazes anos? Quem is used to ask about people. Quem é esta senhora? Quem ligou? This pronoun doesn't change for singular or plural, and it works for both one person and many people. Onde is used to ask about a place or location. Onde moras? Onde estão os livros? Como is used to ask about the manner or way something is done. Como estás? Como chegaste aqui? Adding é que to this pronoun, it's a good way to make questions sound more natural. Another way to ask how is to use the word QUANDO. You should only use this one when you want to ask about intensity or degree, followed by an adjective or adverb. For example, quão fácil é isso? Porque or porquê is used to ask for reasons or causes. If you just want to ask why, without using any words, you spell it with an accent like this. Porquê. If you want to be more specific, by adding more words to the question, it drops the accent. For example, por que estás atrasado? Quanto is used to ask about quantity. Quanto must match both the gender and number of the noun it refers to. That's why there are more variants of this pronoun. For singular feminine, we have quanta, and for the plural forms, we have quantos and quantas. Here are some examples. Quanto tempo tenho? Quanto custa? Quantos gatos tens? Quantas maçãs queres? Que is used to ask about things, actions, or ideas. Although not mandatory, when asking questions, the pronoun que is frequently preceded by the definite article o que. However, when que is followed by a noun to ask a question, it acts as an interrogative adjective, and you shouldn't place the article o before it. When it appears at the end of a question, you have to add the accent que. Here are some examples. Que dia é hoje? O que estás a ler? Qual, or its plural form quais, is used to ask about a selection from a specific group of options. Qual can also mean what, depending on the context. It is also frequently followed by the verb ser. Here are some examples. Qual é a tua cor preferida? Although qual can also be translated to what in some contexts, it should only be used when you are making a selection from a known or implied set of choices. Qual das bebidas é melhor? I hope you found these tips useful. Thank you for watching and good luck!